Hello my dear crescents. In previous class we have studied what is charge, how it is differ from mass, types of charge positive and negative. We have discussed the units of charge, charge of the fundamental particle, the basic concepts of point charge, and we also have discussed the fundamental characteristics of charge. Today we will discuss the methods of production of charge. In what ways charge can be produced, we have to discuss briefly. Then let's start our topic. The production of charge. There are three methods. One is rubbing. You know, when one body rubbed each other, then two bodies becomes charged. Another method is known as induction. Induction means influence of other. One body can be charged. And another method is conduction. A charged body can charge another body by passing conduction of charge carrier through it. Before going to discussion, we keep in mind three words, that is rubbing, otherwise it is known as frictional electricity, induction and conduction. Again we can distinguish three methods. Rubbing and induction can be done in insulators. Insulator means in which charge cannot flow easily. Insulators prefer rubbing and induction, and conductor in which charge moves freely prefer the conduction method. The basic difference in between three methods are, in case of rubbing, there is a transfer of charge takes place. In case of induction, there is a displacement of charge takes place. And in case of conduction, we have to discuss that is the sharing of charge takes place. What are the methods to charge a body? Rubbing, induction and conduction. One by one we will discuss. First we will go very simple method. It discussed in our 6-7 class, that is rubbing or frictional electricity. The basic concept is here transfer of charge. You simply know that when two bodies rubbed each other, if this pen is rubbed with my finger, pen becomes charged and my finger is also become charged. Which one positive and which one negative, that basic concept you know. If anyone donate electrons, it becomes positive charge. If anyone accept electrons, it becomes negative charge. Now you see the block diagram in this here. Here there are two bodies named X and Y. Both are neutral body. That's why we have written N here. N means neutral. When two bodies rubbed each other, here you see the diagram. X donate electrons and Y is ready to accept the electron. If as X donate electrons, so you will say that X is positive and Y is negative. Now you see this figure. This is the before charging and this figure is after charging. Here you see the X body becomes charged of 3+. That means it donates 3 electrons to the Y. And Y becomes 3 negative charge. That means Y accepts 3 electrons from X. So this is the basic principle, that X becomes donate electrons, it becomes what? Positive charge, and Y accept electrons, it becomes negative charge. You also heard about the example in your junior classes. When a glass rod is rubbed with silk, glass is positive, silk is negative. When hair is rubbed with comb, then hair becomes positive and comb becomes negative. Now our question is, why here glass positive, silk negative? Why here hair positive and comb negative? Now come to discussion. Let you two guys fighting each other by touching. You two guys fighting each other by touching. Now I will give you tips as a chocolate, Cadbury chocolate. Here guy name is X, another guy name is Y. I want you should not fight each other. I want you just to remove your quarrel. What will happen? I know your weak points. I know that X needs one Cadbury chocolate from me, then he or she can leave from the quarrel. And Y needs two Cadbury chocolate. Here he or she needs one Cadbury chocolate from me to leave the quarrel, and Y needs two Cadbury chocolate to leave from the quarrel. So if I show one chocolate in front of you, then who will leave the quarrel? Tell me. Definitely X. Because one Cadbury chocolate comes to the field, so X will leave the quarrel. Similarly, here what happens? X and Y. You forgot about that Cadbury chocolate. Now come to basic point. X and Y. X here donate electrons, Y here accept electrons. First to think basic chemistry concept, why electron is not itself get outside from a body. Why electron does not come from a body itself. Why we have to push to remove the electron. Because in chemistry concept you know that the orbiting electrons are bounded by the nucleus with a strong force of attraction, that is called electrostatic force of attraction. So here obstruction is here. The electrostatic force does not allow the electron to leap from a substance or an atom. That is known as ionization energy. In chemistry you know that what is ionization energy. If I will ask what is the definition of ionization energy, so your smart answer will be, sir, ionization energy of an atom is defined as minimum energy needed for an atom to remove the electron from the boundary of the nucleus, because nucleus bound the electrons. That is known as ionization energy. As like ionization energy in case of atom, similarly another word is here, work function. Same concept, ionization energy is the same concept, work function, but ionization energy word is used in case of an atom and work function word is used in case of a substance. So what will the definition of work function then? Now I will ask what is the definition of work function of this Reynolds dot pen. So your answer should be, sir, the work function of Reynolds dot pen is here. The minimum energy needed for this pen to remove the electron from the surface boundary of its nucleus. Okay, now you clear what is work function. Now you see, let X has a work function 1.5 electron volt and Y has a work function 5 electron volt. What is physics behind it? That means X needs 1.5 electron volt for remove an electron. Y needs 5 electron volt to remove an electron. Now when these two bodies rubbed each other, then kinetic energy or thermal energy is developed due to kinetic energy. When rubbed each other, then kinetic energy increases. First kinetic energy will come 1.5 electron volt, then will come 5 electron volt. So X is ready to remove the electron first because it's a low work function. So our conclusion is that out of two rubbing body which has low work function, then it will donate electron first. As one donate electron, then other one is ready to accept that electron. So your conclusion or physics concept is that which one positive and which one negative decides which factor? Now the work function of the metal or substance. So here X has low work function, Y has high work function. So X donate electrons and Y accept electrons. That's why X is positive and Y is negative. Now come to your example. When a glass rod is rubbed with silk, glass rod donate electrons, silk accept electrons. Here work function of a glass rod is low and work function of silk is high. Here hair and comb pair, hair has a low work function and comb has higher work function. That's why hair is positive, comb is negative. This is the basic concept. In exam only question asks glass rod is rubbed with silk, which one is positive and which one is negative. So you remember by getting heart that glass is positive and silk is negative. Some other pairs are also written in book, you should learn and remember. But concept you should not overlook that which one donate and which has a capability to receive. Listen carefully, I am again repeating. When two pair of bodies rubbed each other, which one has low work function will donate electron and which one has high work function would receive electron. Becomes Y becomes here negative and X becomes positive. There are some examples written in terms of a series. We can name it rubbing series. In this series, some substances are arranged in order of increasing work function. You see, name is starting from fur, flannel, sealing wax, glass, cotton, paper, silk, human body, wood, metal, rubber, resin, amber, sulfur, ebonite, gutta percha. Out of all these substances, you know something, you does not know something. You should not worry about it. But if you remember this series, in order of increasing work function, then you can confidently say that out of two pair, which one is positive, which one is negative. I am explain with an example. Let silk is rubbed with paper. Which one will be positive, which one will be negative? Now in this series, paper comes first, silk comes last. In this series is written in order of increasing work function. That means paper has a low work function, silk has high work function. That's why paper become positive and silk is negative. But when silk and human body is rubbed, here silk comes first and human body comes last. In this series, silk becomes positive and human body becomes negative. For you, I am giving another example. You will give me answer. Glass and cotton, if you will rub to each other, which one positive and which one negative? First you think this series. Then you mark which one comes first. Which one comes first, it becomes positive, and cotton comes last, this becomes negative. So I have written here, in this rubbing series, first one becomes positive and the second one becomes negative out of two bodies which are rubbed to each other. This is the basic concept we have learned. What is rubbing? The basic concept is charge is developed due to transfer of charge. Here electron is transferred from one body to another body. The substance which donate electrons, it becomes positive charge. Which accept electrons, it becomes negative charge. Which one will accept, which one will donate depends upon their work function. Out of them, low work function substance donate electrons become positive. High work function substance accept electrons, then it becomes negative. These are the method of charging called as first method, rubbing of or frictional electricity. Now our second method of charging, that is also very important, we will discuss here, called induction method of charging. Induction means influence. Influence of another body will charge. For example, if your friend is reading continuously, if you will sit with him or her, then you also read more times. That is the influence. Similarly, what happens? You see very carefully how displacement of charge takes place. Here you see, first see the diagram, then we will discuss. Here two bodies are given. One is C means charged body, another one is neutral body. Charged body and neutral body. Charged body written here 4 plus, that means it donate 4 electrons. Anyhow, it is positive charged body. It is neutral body. Another name is also given to these two body. This is inducing body and this is induced body. Inducing body means this body will induce the charges to another body. And this, under the influence of this body, this neutral body will going to be charged. This one is known as, you remember this name, inducing body and induced body. Before charging, they are not in contact, as like rubbing. In case of rubbing, what happens? Two neutral bodies touch each other. But here, the one is charged body and another one is neutral body, does not touch over each other. One is inducing body, another is induced body. Now what happens? When a neutral body is kept very close with a charged body, then neutral body means equal amount of a positive and a negative charge is there, but they are randomly distributed. But when this positive charged body is kept here, negative charged body will come to this side and a positive charge will go away that side. That means here also positive charge, negative charge numbers are same. Here also positive charge, negative charge are numbers same. Here is neutral, here is also neutral. But you see carefully here, the charges are redistributed. They are arranged. In which way? Now some charges, that opposite variety of charge, attracted to the positive side and a positive charge going away. This new variety of charge, this is known as a partial method of charging. This new variety of charge, that is opposite in nature, developed due to displacement of charge. Displacement of charge is known as induction method of charging. Now you see the language, what I am saying. In this induction method, when a neutral body is kept very close with a charged body, then inside the neutral body, redistribution of charge takes place. Opposite variety of charge is developed towards the face of the charged body. This charge method is known as induction method of charging. Now you see, this Q is called as charge of inducing body. Q dash is known as charge of induced body. There is a relation between Q dash and Q. Formula is like that. Q dash is equal to minus Q whole into 1 minus 1 by K. This formula will be derived in later. Now you remember this formula. What is Q dash? Now charge of induced body. New developed charge. What is Q? Charge of inducing body, as in before. And there is another term is multiplied 1 minus 1 by K. This K is a new term for you. This is named as dielectric constant of inducing body. What I am saying? This K is known as dielectric constant of inducing body. What is dielectric constant? You should not worry now. We will discuss in later chapter what is dielectric constant. Now you just remember Q dash is equal to minus Q whole into 1 minus 1 by K. Q dash represents charge of inducing body. Q represents charge of inducing body. K represents dielectric constant of induced body. Here is the minus sign is written here. Why? Now this sign represents nature of Q dash is always opposite to the nature of Q. If Q is positive, then Q dash will be negative. If Q was negative, then Q dash will be positive. The nature of induced charge always opposite to the nature of inducing charge. Very clear? Now I am giving an example. For the metal, K value is infinite. You should not be panic why K is infinite. I will discuss in later classes. For a metal, K is infinity. If you put the K value here, Q dash becomes minus Q. That means if Q is 15 coulomb, then Q dash will be minus 15 coulomb. For any other substance, the value of K is finite. If you calculate by using this formula, Q dash is less than Q. So what is the conclusion here? The charge of induced body is always less than or equal to. In case of metal, it is equal. For any body, it is less than. So you should remember this point. Charge of induced body always less than or equal to charge of the inducing body. I know this is difficult for you. What is dielectric constant and which formula derived here? This part will be discussed here. Our basic concept is what is method of induction. Now again I am repeating, in the method of induction, charge is developed on the neutral body due to influence of another charged body due to displacement of charges. And this nature of the induced charge is always opposite to the charge of the inducing body. These are the method of induction. Now last and a very easy method, that is conduction. In this method, charge is shared because conductor can share easily. Here this one is charged body. We can call it conducing body as like inducing body. And this one is neutral body, that is conduced body. In that cases we have discussed induced body, conducing body and conduced body. In the process of induction we are not touching, but here we are touching. If a positively charged body touch with a neutral body, this positive charge is easily shared through the conductor, and this method is known as conduction method of charging. If I am charged, if I will touch you, definitely you will charge because you are conductor. This is the easy method that we all know, the conduction method of charging. Now we discuss induction, conduction and rubbing method of charging. If we will discuss the basic difference between conduction and induction, then our understanding will be clear, I think. Okay, just remember, this is the conduction method of charging and this is induction method of charging. We have to discuss the difference of this method of charging. First, to recall the basic principle behind it. In case of conduction, charge is shared in between conducing body and a conduced body. Here, in case of induced body, charge is redisplacement takes place and opposite variety of charge is here. You see the diagram again here. Before charging, conduction body and a neutral body are kept in contact in case of conduction. Here, charged body and a neutral body are not exactly contact but very close to each other. This is the difference. Here it is named as a conducing body, here it is named as inducing body. Here is a conduced body and induced body. Both are neutral in before charging, but after charging, in case of conduction, it becomes completely charged. But here, redistribution of charge takes place and it is partially charged. Total body is neutral. If you want to charge it, then you have to earth it. Now come to first point. This method basic principle is sharing of charge. Here the basic principle is displacement of charge. Here conduction is done in case of, it is wrongly written, in case of conductor, and induction method is suitable for insulators. Diagrammatically you are just difference between conduction and induction. Now come to third point. Here you see the diagram. Before charging, charged body and neutral body are kept in contact. You see the diagram. Charged body and neutral body are kept in contact. But here, before charging, charged body and neutral body are not kept in contact. This is the third point. Now another point. Magnitude of a conducing charge decreases after charging. Here you see the diagram. Before charging, conducing body charge is 4 plus. After charging, it is 2 plus. That means 2 charge is given to that body. But you see this diagram, before charging it has 4 charge, positive charge. After charging, there is also 4 charges. That means there is no decrease of charge of inducing body here, but here charge of the conducting body decreases. So this point is written here. Magnitude of a conducing charge decreases after charging. Here the magnitude of a inducing charge does not change after charging. Now another point. Here the conducing charge, you see the diagram, here the conducing charge nature is the same as, conduced charge nature is the same as conducing charge. But here you see the diagram, charge of induced body, induced charge is opposite to the inducing charge. So this point is also written here. Here Q dash is the same nature with respect to Q. Here the Q dash is opposite nature with respect to Q. Now another point, here conduced body is completely charged. You see the diagram. Before charging that is neutral, after charging it is completely charged. But in case of induction, before charging it is neutral, after charging it is also neutral, only redisplacement of charge takes place. These are the basic difference between conduction and induction method of charging. Now we will discuss a question. You listen very carefully. A comb. This is a game that you all have done in your childhood. A comb or maybe dot pen, you can use also ball pen. A comb rubbed with dry hair. A comb rubbed with dry hair is kept very close with neutral small paper pieces. I am dead sure that this game was done all my students in your classroom in leisure time, or maybe in your class time also. I have also done this example. A comb rubbed with dry hair kept very close with small paper pieces, then paper pieces are attracted to the comb and falls down. For example, if this one is a comb, if you will rubbed with my hair and I will kept very close with this small piece of paper, you all remember that small paper pieces will first stick with this pen or comb, then after that it falls down. As we are studying electrostatics method of charging, we will discuss these questions. There are 3 steps to explain this question. First one, step 1, you see a comb is here and dry hair is also here. Now we rubbed each other. Rubbed means that is frictional electricity is developed. We know that comb becomes a negative charge and hair becomes positive charge. Again I am repeating, why combs negative? Now it has high work function. Why hair positive? Now it has low work function. That is not point of discussion. You confirm that comb, after rubbing comb with hair, comb becomes a charged body. Say it is negatively charged body. Now your step 2. A charged comb is here, negative charge. Neutral paper pieces is kept very close to it. What happens? Induction method of charging starts now. What will happen? Displacement of charge takes place. Displacement of charge means inside the neutral paper pieces, some positive charges will attracted towards the end, which is towards the comb, and negative charge move away each other. Now this induced charge and this negative charge will oppositively, right? So comb will attract the neutral paper pieces. So first cases, that is rubbing method, comb becomes charging. Comb becomes charging by rubbing method. Now by induction method, an opposite variety of charge is developed on the neutral paper pieces, for which neutral paper pieces attracted with this paper, with this comb. Clear? Now step 3. After some time, as paper piece contact with charged body, then this sharing of charge takes place. That is the conduction method of charging. So now paper becomes completely negative charge because comb is negative charge. In this process, you see paper is neutral before touching. After touching, it becomes charged. As we know that like point charges repel, so will paper falls down. So our question was, a comb rubbed with dry hair, kept very close with neutral small paper pieces. Then we have to discuss paper pieces are attracted to the comb why and falls down why. Now your answer is clear. First, three phenomena: rubbing, induction and conduction. First, rubbing method, comb becomes negatively charged. In induction method, when comb is very close with neutral paper pieces, opposite variety of charge is developed on the paper pieces. That's why comb attract the neutral paper pieces. Then at last, conduction process is there. After contact, paper and comb share their charges due to conduction. Same variety of charge is developed in between them. That's why they repel back and falls on the ground. You see the diagram here. There is important discussions also here. You should remember. It need to explain you. Sometimes question comes. Say you first year in 11th class you studied gravitational force. Here you study electrostatic force. Which one is greater and which one is smaller? You read in nuclear physics that gravitational force is smaller, and you know that electrostatic force is greater and gravitational force is smaller. There is a formula also there that one guy can explain why Fe is greater and Fg is less. But this is a very simple experiment. You can easily explain why electrostatic force is greater than the gravitational force. Now you see the example. Here the paper pieces are there. It's kept on above the ground. Charged comb is here. In spite of attraction of the paper to the ground, you see the charged comb attract the neutral paper pieces. That means this experiment confirms that electrostatic force magnitude is much greater than the gravitational force. Are you following or not? My question is repeating. How can you explain experimentally the electrostatic force is greater than gravitational force? Now this is step 2 example you keep in mind. Here charged comb is here, neutral paper pieces is here. Due to induction, negative positive charge, there is attraction force is here. That is called electrostatic force. Similarly, ground is there, gravitational force is also there. But what happens here? We see that paper stick attached to the comb. That means electrostatic force is greater than gravitational force. This is just a simple experiment. You remember, if a question comes experimental explain, then you can explain this. Now another discussion is for you. You see here, question is very important. Question is, can two same charged body attract each other? Justify. I just remember you in the previous class we have studied the property of charge. First property was like point charges always repel. I have discussed there also. Sometimes same nature of charge also can attract. Now this is the question in that manner. Can two same charged body attract each other? If this question is asked, can two same point charged attract each other, then you will write no. But as it is not mentioned point charges, there is the possibility two same charged body can attract. So in this question, first you write the answer yes. Then you come forward why this is yes. You see here there are two charged body, plus Q1 and plus Q2. And they are very close to each other. Condition should be maintained. Very close to each other. Another condition is that Q1 must be very much greater than Q2. Now you see the picture. Here Q1 is here, Q2 is here. Usually repulsive force is in between them. It is marked by red pen. Usually repulsive electrostatic force is there. But as Q1 is very much greater than Q2 and Q2 is very close to Q1, and as this is positive and this is positive, due to induction, opposite variety of charge is also developed here due to this plus Q1. Plus Q1 repel each other. But due to induction, some opposite charge is also developed here. This positive and this opposite induction charge has a tendency to attract each other. This is named as a green color mark, that is F dash. Usually this red pen color show that usually two positive charge repel each other. But as Q1 is very much greater than Q2, that means these two charges are not point charges. Due to induction, attractive force is also there. And here, this attractive force dominates. Dominates means much greater than this repulsive force. Hence, as the attractive force dominates, so the same two positive charge body can attract each other. So our question was, can two charged body attract each other? Yes, they can attract each other if they are not point charges. That means one charge is very much greater than other charges and they are kept very close to each other. In that cases, two bodies can attract each other. But if the question asked, can two same point charged body attract each other? So you will write answer no. In this case, there is in the opposite variety of induction charge is not developed here. So usually repulsive force is developed here and usually two like charges repel each other in this case. So if that's why in our property we have written two like point charges or two like unlike point charges. Like point charges repel each other always. Unlike point charges attract each other always. But can similar charged body can be attract each other if they are not point charges. If this type of question asked, we will answer accordingly. Now we have to discuss some application electrostatics in our daily life. These are the queries for you. You can search in your books or nets. You just listen. Atmospheric electricity is an application of electrostatics. Corona discharge, that means high voltage generator. Pollution control filter. Electrostatic phenomenon, we can filter the air pollutions. Electrostatic imaging, that means Xerox machine. Laser printers that we are using in printing machine. Car painting, color painting spray is an example of electrostatic force. Last example I tick mark here. Sometime question asked, we have to query. You search your answer. Question is that hanging part of metal chain at the back of the vehicle carrying. The vehicle which is carrying the inflammable material which can catches fire easily. Why a metal chain is hanged at the back of the vehicle and it is always touch the ground of the road. So these are the applications in our daily life. You should remember, and you should important topic we have today discussed, that is induction and conduction method of charging and rubbing method of charging. The basic principle is behind that. In case of rubbing, transfer of charge takes place. In case of conduction, sharing of charge takes place. And in case of induction, displacement of charge takes place. And this induction method is very important and elusive discussion for you, and you should read very carefully and listen, remember. Thank you all.